We are here with a brand new show of the Quality Living with Peaceful Support. I am Amanda Whittemore, one of the yoga teachers in town. You can find me at Reps Gym and many other places. Right now, I'm in the KCIW radio station volunteering, as many of you are most welcome and invited to. Have you ever thought about having your own show? Have you ever thought about working in the radio world? Getting a volunteer position is a good way to experience that and kind of test it out to see if it fits for you. Give us an email at contact@kciw anytime. Okay, so with Quality Living with Peaceful Support, we encourage that. We all love to live quality ways of feeling our best, and that is different for everyone. So that's what makes Quality Living with Peaceful Support fun, is we give a platform for everyone to say to us, what is quality living? How do they get it? Where does it come from? How do we make it tangible? And is it even possible? Well, somebody's really radical point of view has just entered the studio. It is Renee Corvin. Thank you, Renee.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Renee does Timeless Paintings by Renee Corvin, and she is a phenomenal artist. And if anyone has yet to see her work, I know for sure it's on Instagram, but we're going to hear more from Renee of how we can find your artwork.
I have my first showing in a painting that's on display at Art at the Port this year. So it's been up for a month or two, and it'll continue through the summer.
Oh my gosh, here in Brookings?
Yes.
Oh.
At Harbor.
At Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And this is your first time entering?
It is my first time entering, yes. I did everything by Sharpie ink pen and applied it to the canvas and entered through rights, and it was a lot of fun to do.
Oh my heavens. That's sweet. How about, so tell the listeners a little bit more about Renee Corvin, about you, yourself.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to live here back in 1990. My mom and her husband at the time were supposed to go to high school, and we left Sacramento, and I went to Foothill out there, and they had some property, and the land was sliding. So once it was sliding, I was not able to go to high school out here, and then we went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I have been out there for quite a long time and returned out here after quarantine. So,
oh my,
with my mom, yeah.
Oh my, that is quite an adventure.
Yeah.
How was Oklahoma?
Oklahoma for me was really good. I flipped a lot of homes, painted, and did faux effects, faux finishing on walls. So we had a lot of like HUD homes that were flipped and turned and made brand new.
Oh my goodness, that is a talent all in itself. That is a true artist.
I think the quality of living is making the best of what you have and like refurbishing it from, anything small. It doesn't have to be giant. It could be just taking care of what you've got and keeping it clean. So
yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. That's maybe something some of us didn't know about, Renee.
Yeah, over the years, we at least flipped one house a year. So,
And how much time and energy goes into that?
For instance, if I did one room, it would take a week. And there were layers. So there was like 7 layers of faux finishing paint. So it would be faux travertine, faux brick, faux rock, faux denim, but it looked real. So,
whoa.
Yeah, and it was all trowel and paint or metallic or like a oxidized copper, things like that. So it wasn't standard. It was not traditional. It was meant to impress. So, and last a lifetime. So
yeah, and it sounds like it.
Faux effects, not that that's a plug-in, but that's just what I used. It was made with minerals and mica, and it had things that made economically where if it was hot, it would keep the heat out. And if it was cool inside, it would keep it cool inside. So it was like a layering that was really good for air conditioning and heating.
Yeah, it had served a multi-purpose.
Yep.
Paint with a purpose.
Yes. I enjoyed it. And I used to do like the art at the schools. And basically I would do murals at churches for the kids. And at home I was in a Broken Arrow Moms Club. And the little kids that had their nurseries, I would do interior murals inside there.
Ah, man, that's heartwarming. How did you get into all of this talent? When did paint come to you?
So that was easy to do before 9/11. And then after 9/11, I got certified with Martin Allen Hirsch, who is a faux finisher. He's out in Louisville, Kentucky. And I was trained and certified by him. And so after 9/11, I just picked up with the Parade of Homes and was just flipping homes, really just one after another. So,
Wow. And it just on a paint level.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not interior design, would you say it could?
It was more like just a quality of living to just flip a house that was a HUD home or a foreclosure or something, just reestablish it back out on the market so that it could be sold again, brand new more. I did florals, and then I would do a finishing touch with this huge flower arrangement in the entry after the faux effects and the faux finish that was done. Then I would do the florals in there, and then I kind of branched off to weddings. And then I was working at grocery stores that did weddings, and I got trained with floral.
Yeah.
It just kept on and on and on. So
Well, where are you? So what age did you get into this?
I began at the age, it was 1990, and I had my children, and I still would do this at churches with my kids, and then we even trained them. My son would work with me as a teenager, and we would be on the scaffold at the barrel ceilings, and he would duplicate my work. And my kids are artistic too, so they can copy. I didn't even have to really show them or instruct them. They would just follow my lead, and we would complete the square footage of probably I would say 30-foot by 50-foot ceiling that was a barrel ceiling.
Wow.
So, and that was time and time again. It was just repetitive. It was at least once a month. And I was pretty fortunate that it could be every weekend that I would do a bathroom, and I would flip a bathroom and just put in the travertine. But it's all made out of Venetian plaster.
Right.
Things like that.
Right. That is quite a bit of devotion.
Yeah. I could fall asleep on the kitchen floor after I was doing a tea stain on the cabinets. And we would do a faux wood carving, and I would fall asleep, and I would wake up and I would start right where I left off because I had to watch the behavior of the paint. And it was a passion. Like, it was not work, but it was love. And I almost lost the days and the years. That's why Timeless is kind of like no record of time, because I just kept going.
Literally.
Yeah. I lost track of the years in my 30s.
Yeah.
I did. Between 30 and 40, I had no idea.
Unbelievable.
Like, what's the day? What's today? They always had to remind me.
Yeah.
And I could keep working on things and lose track of time, for sure.
Wow. And how did your kids take to it?
They did really well. They, like my oldest daughter, she sells homes. She's very intelligent, and she got her real estate license, and she's a realtor, and she's just super smart. My oldest son is in the construction and roofing.
Oh,
yeah. And my youngest did her own venture, and she is in like the Department of Human Health Services. So she is in counseling and services for family child intervention services.
Oh, how beautiful.
And she graduated, and she's doing really well. So she did her own direction of things, and she is an artist, but they did not branch off in that for their life. Yeah.
But they still enjoy it.
They do enjoy it, and they're very good at it.
Yeah. Where are you now with your paintings other than at the port?
The port, number 315.
Okay.
It was my passion for marine biology. So when I left Sacramento, and I was going to be here. I was going to be a marine biologist. I was literally accepted early into Pepperdine University, and all I had to do my senior year was maintain my GPA, and then I was off to Malibu, and I was going to be at Pepperdine. But that didn't happen. And then when the land was sliding here, I couldn't even do marine biology out here. And so my love for marine biology, it just shows in that art at the port, my love for it. So it's kind of like a little piece of my heart right there. So.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yes. Do you envision yourself like with this? Like, I'm feeling like this whole peaceful support platform coming up of where's your gallery? Like, are you ready to do something like that, or have you?
I have my own website, Timelesspainting.Renee.com.
Yeah.
I am the creator, website host person, and I design. And right now there's a lot of silks because as a floral designer, when I at Brookings Blooms, I worked there from March of 2021 until it closed down. And my boss, I loved her with a passion. So we did really well as the lead floral designer out there. And I continued. I was still in that groove to do weddings.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have my website has a lot of florals in there and art as well.
Okay. And people can find you there, order from you?
Absolutely. Just contact me through the little messages. You can find me on Facebook. Just send through Messenger. And if I know you, it helps to know, like not be a stranger.
Right.
So I usually work with people I know and not someone I don't know.
Just a random contact.
Right.
Yeah. It's best they say how they heard about you, like on KCIW.
That helps. That does help. Or I also work at Fred Meyer's too. So.
All right. Yes.
So, I mean, if we meet face to face and you just tell me who you are, that helps get some things done. My dad was in the military, so I have people that contact me as a military brat. They ordered a bunch of my silks for their wedding, and it was shipped off to Georgia, and so that's how that works. And I'm honored to be part of people's weddings. And I was in the Kentucky Bride with Bloom's Flowers and that magazine and South Coast Living magazine. We did really well.
Wow.
Yeah, Fiona Bean, that new business that bought out Bloom's and reestablished it fantastically. They made the decision to buy that because of how well our sales were at Brookings Blooms.
Unbelievable.
And the wedding was, everyone at quarantine, they were finally able to get married. So they were coming in from New York and they were coming in from the Carolinas and Florida and getting married here at the Capella.
Yeah.
So it was an honor. So.
Oh, how beautiful. That's quite a gift. And that's really improves somebody's just overall everything they could ever imagine. Like just making those special detailed moments is just so precious.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing a 20-party person wedding and getting all the groomsmen and the bridesmaids and the bride. And I trained 2 girls that were with us, working with us, and it was a lot of fun. One of the best memories is working for summer at Brookings Blooms. I loved it.
Nice.
She was a wonderful person. So,
well, here on the Quality Living Show, we have a question that we asked our guests that we like to ask our guests, and we're talking, just for all those who are tuning in, we're talking with Timeless Paintings by Renee Corvin, and we would like to hear your point of view of what does quality mean to you?
Quality is good, healthy foods, whole foods, fresh vegetables, and no sugar. Things that are consumed that keep your energy up and staying positive and not, just kind of not reap what you sow. Just always do things and uplift people and help people. And sunshine and the ocean.
Right.
So it's a beautiful place that we live. We're fortunate to be here if we can look at the sunshine aspect.
Yeah. And that's kind of the hidden gem of the area is that little just hidden bit is it might be rainy and cloudy all the time, all year, but we do get a little couple months, like 2 or 3 in the summer. But then even in the rainy season, we get like at least one day Like,
Yeah.
even if it's 5 days of rain, we'll get one day where the sun comes out and it's sunny and it reminds us why we live here.
And then you go to sleep and take a big nap.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Do you have any projects in the queue or anything happening that you're looking forward to in your world? Any special productions or anything that you do?
I absolutely love, like in the future, Wild Rivers, the film festival coming up in August 15th through the 18th. I'm hosting in the box office where we're trying to promote the new films coming in. And I enjoyed last year working with the Orlando group that came in. And that was that was fantastic, getting to meet the people from last year, like Mark Sutherland and the dog documentary that he did, and Art Thief, where we got to meet the lead actress who was also in Hunger Games. So, it was just opening up our horizons and meeting those people who are introducing their films. And then they had just working with Sue Wright. It's fantastic too. So
Epic. Yeah. Wild Rivers Film Festival, quality living with peaceful support. We totally support all the other radio programs on KCIW, and Wild Rivers Film Festival has their own news radio. And we also have, just to bring it up because I learned about it, the Curry Cafe. We have so many radical different projects in town that are always happening all around us, and there's so much to participate with. Thank you for being a part of it.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I broaden my horizons even out further with the Wigs and Wishes. It's Martino Cartier, who helps with cancer patients, and he's out there at Atlantic City. And I'm a huge supporter of Frankie Zolferino. He is a singer, choreographer. He's a big deal. So he's not small. So
Okay.
things like that. And so that's radical, I would say. It's not typical. I'm just walking around Fred Meyer's, but I mean, there is a purpose in my steps. So,
So how did you get involved with that?
Quarantine and through TikTok. We had shut the doors down and there was nothing to do. I couldn't go to the gym. So I turned to social media and the lives. And he was a superstar that basically turned to TikTok, and that's not normal. I didn't do lives. I wasn't that type of person. I didn't turn myself to that direction, but I opened up, and I literally supported him instantly and met him in person, and he's had his meet and greets and things like that. So I've met him twice, and I just flew out there and got to know him as a artist, and I find that very high quality living too. So it's not about me. It's about supporting someone else too, to help them lift them up. And then before you know it, we are this 2,000 group person. Like the team is over 2,500 people. It's even bigger than that.
Oh, which team is this?
It's called Z-Mob. It's
Z-Mob.
Zolferino, members of business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would listeners have any idea?
Probably not, but if they Googled, they could find out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's fun. I mean, I know not too many things, and I like to learn. That's why we're here.
Yeah, it's hand in hand. I'll be there. I'll be visiting in October and supporting the cancer patients that are fighting that battle and winning. But yet, with their hair loss, they have wigs that go, that the women wear to, encourage and still feel nice and still feel comfortable in their skin. So
yeah, because they go through so much.
Yes.
Lift them back up, show them how much they're loved and they're valued to be here on Earth.
Right. I'm proud to be part of that too. So I'm happy to be part of it and help others in that manner. So
Excellent. How about peaceful support? When you hear peaceful support, what does that bring up?
Music.
Oh.
Music, sharing music. Just relaxing, usually to listening to things that are your style and your preference. Each is their own, but I think music is very peaceful. So.
And with music, do you have any special activities you like to do with music?
Usually there's dancing or singing along with it or meditation. So like the Hertz, where you could listen to just beats that have a rhythmic beat at night. That is one that you can do meditation that can help you unwind from a stressful day.
Totally.
And when you use especially headphones, the quality of the way you can hear it is wonderful. So
Yeah. That's the first time I think we've done almost 45 shows, which we're going to go to like 1,045 or more. But that's the first time I've heard that answer. And every time, that's my favorite part, is hearing all the varieties. It's almost like there hasn't been a repeat answer, I think, yet.
awesome.
So I wonder what episode it will be that somebody says the same as somebody else.
I wonder. Yes.
So thank you for that.
No problem.
And we are with, quite a special community. And with these art projects happening, do you feel that, like, I'm just seeing this combination of, like, you do the productions, you do the art, and you have this way of integrating your website with your floral arrangements and all these pretty beautiful things. I'm just seeing, like, I don't know, the set director of the next of this generation coming through, like, really strong for the film industry that's birthing here in town.
I have began ballet with Sky Marie at her, and the Pirate Festival is going to have Peter Pan, and so we're kind of excited about that. I'll be part of one of the pirates, and so dance and just moving and not sitting still. It's so hard for some people to come out of their shell. It's so hard to just get off the couch because you're so used to just staying there. But moving, there's young and old combined that are participating, and their commitment, and it just makes me happy that they're pushing themselves to do this and not give up.
Right.
Just stick to it. And as much as they want to give up, they're not giving up. So, and Peter Pan.
Yeah,
I grew up on Peter Pan, and I've actually admire Sky Marie. Like, she's fantastic. So she's a new friend. So
good. Is there anything that they need?
Probably. Yes, probably. But off the top of my head, I don't know.
Well, looks like we're going to have to invite Sky Marie on the show.
Yes, she's probably wonderful to interview and talk to her and help that facility out, because I support it too. Locally. For all the children, the kids, sometimes, my word of wisdom is don't give up. Just keep going and be a team and stick together.
Especially as an artist.
Yeah. And that movement with the dance, you just, when you go home at the end of the day, you don't regret it. You just say, I'm glad I did that. I might not have felt like it in the beginning, but when I went home, it feels great.
And movement is magic. To me, it's a huge part of quality living, is having motion and movement. It's even hard for me to sit in this chair. I flip my legs around 5 different times, trying not to kick the table.
Yep, I'm here wiggling.
Right?
Back for it.
Yeah, and do you work with the elders in the community with artwork at all, or?
I have not. No, I have. The only way I could honestly say I've done any work is younger.
Okay.
Like teaching them how to put together a floral bouquet for a bride. And there's new styles that I've done that I haven't even taught anybody. I kept it to myself,
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that was for me.
Oh, good. Yeah, your own special sacred moment.
Yeah, to hit 20 brides at one time. Yeah, I've done that. So
sweet.
I love the fact of just doing a lot of variety of things. I don't think I could stick to one thing. That's why it's kind of complicating. I was told a long time ago, you've got to just stick to one thing, and I've never stuck to one thing. I branch out.
I think a lot of us listeners, myself included, have that experience. And it's unique because that sticking to that one thing does work for some people. But not this kid. No. Not you.
No.
Yeah.
I'll even do a 5K run and feel great about it too. So
yes.
think there's a 5K coming up, like a color run or something, and I'll hit that too. Or I did one out at Redwood at the, I was in the trails at the Redwood Forest, and it was amazing. So I just have this energy, and I just got to run.
Good, good. Well, I hope the listeners can hear this. Maybe they're in the headphones, jogging on the treadmill at Reps Gym or something. And the importance of motion and creativity. And sometimes I'm hearing and seeing this connection of, the more we move, the more the creativity juices are flowing and the more we can do.
Right.
And so that may or may not be true, but then, those who are wondering why they're not as creative in these last moments, maybe they aren't moving as much.
That's true. If they are just too comfortable in their skin and not stretching, it's hard to let them know that it's okay to stretch and touch your toes. And if you can't reach it, just keep working at, being more flexible. Mm-hmm. But some of them just don't want to move. They are very comfortable just standing very still. Yeah. So
interesting.
It's the comfort zone.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
It's like a protection, and they just kind of need to, if they feel inclined, they need to find that desire to stretch and move and things like that.
How do you get yourself motivated to break out of that? Do you ever find yourself getting in that comfort zone and like?
Absolutely. And it's health foods, green vegetables. That gives me my energy. I cannot sit and eat a stack of chicken legs or turkey legs because that doesn't work.
Right.
But if I'm eating my kale and my spinach and things like that, that will actually just give me a boost of energy. And happiness, like it's a happy food. Green tea, matcha tea, things like that.
Oh yeah, it super is. I'm a big fan of of your artwork and of all that you bring to the table and all the different avenues that you support and keep alive and vibrant. And I wish there was many more who had your energy and passion. And it's super, super like a privilege to have you here in the studio on Quality Living.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, yeah. We want to tell the listeners before we sign off of how to find you.
Facebook, Timeless Painting by Renee. Just search Renee Corvin. I'm unfortunately all over Google. You can't miss it. I'm all over the place on that if you search me. And then if I don't know you, you probably won't hear from a response. But if I do know you, then I'm going to definitely respond, that type of thing.
Well, say that you heard about her on KCIW Quality Living Show, and we will talk to you soon, listeners. Thank you, Renee.
You're welcome. Thank you.